Hi, hello students. Welcome back to our channel. This is Bhaskar Bura. We are discussing third chapter polynomials from 10th class mathematics. Let us see exercise 3.1. In this exercise, the first problem, it is given as in p of x equals to 5 into x power 7 minus 6x minus 6 into x power 5 plus 7 into x minus 6. What is the coefficient of x power 5? And the second question is what is the degree of p of x? And the third question is what is the constant term? So here in this question we were given by a polynomial which has variable x. So it is given as 5 into x power 7 minus 6 into x power 5 plus 7 into x minus 6. And for this polynomial we need to find out the coefficient of x power 5 and also the degree of p of x and the constant term. Now let us see the first question, that is coefficient of x power 5. So here in this polynomial, what is the coefficient of x power 5? So if you observe this polynomial, the second term has the variable part x power 5 and this x power 5 is being multiplied by the number minus 6. So this minus 6 is known as the coefficient of x power 5. So therefore, the coefficient of x power 5 is minus 6. Now, the second question, that is degree of p of x. So what is the degree of this polynomial p of x? We know that degree of a polynomial is nothing but it is the maximum degree of a term among all the terms of the polynomial. So this polynomial contains 4 terms. Out of these 4 terms, which term has maximum degree, that is considered as the degree of this polynomial. So if we observe, the first term has the degree 7 and the second term has the degree 5 and the third term it has degree 1 and the last term it has no variable, that means it is a constant term and its degree is 0. So out of these 4 degrees, which is the maximum degree, that is 7. So therefore the degree of given polynomial p of x is 7. Now the third question, that is constant term. So what is the constant term in this polynomial? So the fourth term, that is minus 6, is the constant term here. So constant term is minus 6. Now let us see the second question. The second question is given as state which of the following statements are true and which are false and give reasons for your choice. So here some statements are given and we need to say which of these are true and which are false. Let us see the first statement. It is given as the degree of the polynomial root 2 x square minus 3x plus 1 is root 2. The degree of the polynomial root 2 x square minus 3x plus 1 is root 2. Now is this statement is true or false? Can we say the degree of this polynomial is root 2? Here root 2 is actually the coefficient of x square. It is not the degree of this polynomial. So the degree of this polynomial is 2. But it is not root 2. Here root 2 is the coefficient of x square, but it is not the degree of this polynomial. So hence we can say this statement is false. And what is the reason that we have to mention here? The reason is that here the square root 2 is not the degree of this polynomial, it is the coefficient of x square. And the degree of this polynomial is 2. Now let us see the second statement, that is the coefficient of x square in the polynomial p of x equals to 3 into x cube minus 4x square plus 5x plus 7 is 2. So in this statement the coefficient of x square is given as 2. So let us verify whether the quotient of x square is 2 or not? So here the second term has the variable part x square, and what is its coefficient? It is minus 4. So the coefficient of x square is minus 4, but it is not equal to 2. So hence the given statement is false. So the second statement is also false. Why? Because here the coefficient of x square is not 2, it is minus 4. Hence the given statement is false. Now let us see the third statement. What is the third statement that we have here? The degree of a constant term is 0. The degree of a constant term is 0. In earlier classes, in our previous classes, we discussed the degree of a constant term is 0. Why? Because suppose if we take a constant term 5, 5 can be written as 5 into some variable. Let us assume the variable here 0. 5 into x power 0. So 5 into x power 0 is nothing but 5. So here we write 5 as 5 into x power 0, and whose degree is 0. So here the degree of this constant term is 0. So like this, every constant term can be written as the product of that constant term and the some variable with power 0. So therefore we can say the degree of a constant term is 0. So therefore this statement is true. Now fourth one, 1 by x square minus 5x plus 6 is a quadratic polynomial. Can we say this expression is a quadratic polynomial? So before saying whether it is a quadratic polynomial or not, first we need to verify whether the given expression is actually a polynomial. So if you observe this expression, we have the variables in the denominator. If we bring this denominator to the numerator, the powers will become negative. And we know that the required condition for a polynomial must have whole number as their exponents. But here, if we bring this denominator to the numerator, the powers of these terms will become negative. Hence, it is not a polynomial. So, if it is not a polynomial, then there is no question whether it is a quadratic polynomial or not. Hence, the given statement is false. Now, coming to the fifth statement, the degree of a polynomial is 1 more than the number of terms in it. The degree of a polynomial is 1 more than the number of terms in it. Now, can we say the degree of a polynomial is 1 more than the number of terms in it? So let us understand this by taking some examples. So suppose if we take the general form of a linear polynomial, that is ax plus b. Here a is not equals to 0. So the general form of linear polynomial is ax plus b, where a and b are real coefficients and a is not equals to 0. Now what are the number of terms does this polynomial contain? It is 2. And what is its degree? 1. So here the linear polynomial contains the number of terms 2 and its degree is 1. Now verify whether the degree of this polynomial is 1 more than the number of terms in it. No. Here the degree is 1 less than the number of terms that it contains. So hence this given statement is false. So actually what we can say, the degree of a polynomial is 1 less than the number of terms in it. Now let us see the next question. That is third question. It is given as, if p of t equals to t cube minus 1. Find the values of p of 1, p of minus 1, p of 0, p of 2, p of minus 2. So here in this problem, we were given by a polynomial p of t which is equals to t cube minus 1, and we need to find this polynomial values at different variable values that are 1, minus 1. So now let us first find p of 1. So let's first write the given polynomial, that is p of t equals to t cube minus 1, and we need to find this polynomial value at t equals to 1. That means we need to replace the variable value with 1. So by replacing t by 1, we get 1 cube minus 1, and we know that cube of 1 is 1 minus 1, which equals to 0. Therefore, the value of the given polynomial at t equals to 1 is 0. So like this, you may find the remaining values p of minus 1, p of 0, p of 2, p of minus 2. Let us see the last one, that is p of minus 2. To find this, we need to replace the variable value t with minus 2. So let us see this. So in the given polynomial, we are going to replace the variable value with minus 2. So by replacing t value with minus 2, we get minus 2 to the power 3 minus 1. And here this minus negative value has odd power. When a negative value has odd power, the negative sign will remain same. So by cubing a negative value, we again get a negative value, and the cube of 2 cube is 8, and next minus 1, and we have minus 8 minus 1. By adding minus 8 minus 1 will be equals to minus 9. So what is the value that we get when t is replaced by minus 2? That is minus 9. So the polynomial value, that is t cube minus 1, value is minus 9 when t is replaced by minus 2. So similarly, in the same way, we can find the remaining values. Find these on your own. Now let us see the fourth question. It is given as check whether minus 2 and 2. Check whether minus 2 and 2 are the zeros of the polynomial x power 4 minus 16. So what we have to do here, we need to verify whether minus 2 and 2 are the zeros of the polynomial x power 4 minus 16. And we know that zeros of a polynomial is nothing but they are the real numbers, which makes the polynomial value as 0 when they are substituted in the place of variable. So to verify minus 2 is a 0 of this polynomial or not, we need to verify whether this minus 2 value is making this polynomial value as 0 or not when it is substituted in the place of variable x. Means, if we substitute minus 2 in the place of x, then if the value of this polynomial becomes 0, then we say minus 2 is the 0 of this polynomial. Otherwise, it is not a 0 of this polynomial. Similarly, if you substitute 2 also in the place of variable x, and if then the polynomial value becomes 0, then we say 2 is also the 0 of this polynomial. Let us first verify whether minus 2 is a 0 or not of this polynomial. So let us first verify whether minus 2 is a 0 of the polynomial x power 4 minus 16. So for this, let us write the given polynomial first and consider this polynomial as p of x. So p of x equals to x power 4 minus 16. And we need to verify whether minus 2 is 0 of this polynomial or not. For that we need to substitute minus 2 in the place of x. So by substituting minus 2 in the place of x, we get minus 2 whole power 4 minus 16. And here the negative value has even power. So when a negative power has even power, it becomes positive. So here we get positive value, and 2 power 4 equals to 16. Therefore minus 2 power 4 equals to plus 16, and we have minus 16 the second term, and 16 minus 16 equals to 0. So what we get here? We get p of minus 2 value is 0. That means when x is replaced by minus 2, the polynomial value is becoming 0. Means minus 2 is making the polynomial value as 0 when it is substituted. Hence, therefore we can say minus 2 is the 0 of given polynomial, that is x power 4 minus 16. Similarly, we can also check for the next value, that is 2. For this, substitute 2 in the place of x and verify whether the polynomial value is becoming 0 or not. If it is 0, then we say 2 is also the 0 of the given polynomial, otherwise not. Now let us see the fifth problem. It is given as check whether 3 and minus 2 are the zeros of the polynomial p of x when p of x equals to x square minus x minus 6. So here we need to verify 3 and minus 2 are the zeros of this polynomial x square minus x minus 6. So it is also same as the fourth problem. So you can do this problem on your own. Do it on your own. This is all about x 3.1, and we will meet in our next video with the next concept of this chapter. Till then, bye. Thank you.